to Barbering.
So what is going on, everyone? It is Kieron the Barber and I am back with another video. So first things first, we're going to be doing a skin fade crop. Harvey hasn't had his haircut in ages, since prom, which prom was about 2 months ago, which is brilliant. As soon as he walked in, I was like, I am filming this haircut. So we're about to use the GTX blade on the cordless T outliner. These are hard hitters. Now these are not a joke. As most of you know, I'm an international educator for Andis. I love Andis. I'm very pro Andis with everything I do. But if I had 100 trimmers in front of me and I was told to pick one of these trimmers, I mean, I would be picking the cordless T outliner with the GTX blade on it. There's nothing modded with this blade, it's just a standard GTX blade, but the power of the cordless T outliner mixed with the sharpness of the GTX blade, it just works a treat. I'll explain to you, people who don't know what the GTX blade is compared to the T outliner, I'll give you an explanation. The T outliner blade, it has small teeth and it's really good for afro hair and going around edges and everything, like making things nice and sharp. Now the GTX blade has a wide tooth blade, and that wide tooth, it can literally pick the hair up. So when you're tapering or when you're doing trimmer over comb for like going around taper and edges and stuff like that, they are absolutely perfect. They are the hardest hitting things I've ever used in my whole life. As you can just see, it just removes bulk with such ease. And I've had these, as I said, I've had these like about 6 months now, and they're still cutting like that. I haven't had to clean the blade, I haven't had to take them out. Whatever you do, just don't skeleton them. It absolutely ruins them. I know, not from example, but I have a lot of people messaging me because I'm an Andis educator and go, I've just skeletoned my T outliners and now they don't work. And I'm like, well, you're an idiot because you just taken the warranty away from them. So just be careful, do it at your own risk. I personally wouldn't. Now I have my 1.5 guard, which I love, which I got with the Andis Nation clippers. So I get my 1.5, my 1, my 0.5 and my 0 guard. And there they are. So they're the Andis Nation clippers. They come with a fade blade on them, but so much more better for fading. That 1.5 to the 0 is just absolutely amazing. It makes the fade so much easier to do, and I'll be honest, it makes it a lot faster because it's just 1.5 1, half 0, and then just your blade open or closed. It's very quick, it's very simple. So while I'm here, I just thought I'd talk about, I've been away a lot recently due to having 2 children. I got married in June, so everything kind of got put on hold just for a little bit. I opened my new shop in January, which has been like, I want to say too successful, because we're that busy now that me and Richmond both find it so hard to like take time to film any haircuts or take time to even photo haircuts, because it's just one after the other. I've had a really busy year, and it's been really hard just to like get back up and running, but I have a set way of doing things now. I can film whilst I'm actually have the appointments like slot, so it's a lot easier for me, and then I can come home, put the kids to bed, and I can sit here right now as I'm doing and talk to you guys. God, I genuinely have missed you all so much. Like, I've missed doing YouTube, and I've missed the comments, and I've missed every one of you, man. It's been a long time, and it's great to be back. It's funny, actually, I was looking at my analytics the other day, and I realized that the 2 top places that watch me are not the UK and America, which it should be because that's the language I speak. It is Brazil, Mexico, Germany, then America, and I think Great Britain's like 10th. No one likes me over here. I'm gonna come move to Mexico. That's where I want to be. So yeah, nah, it's all good, man. Like, thank you for showing love, like through wherever you're from, man. You guys show me absolute love, and I proper respect that. Like, I've got enough love for you guys. As you can see, just as I've been talking, you can just see how easy that was just to fade out with them guards on. It just was done. There's no, I haven't put a speed on the video. This is playing at real time right now, and it's just really easy. It's really simple. Just using that C motion, just flicking it up and out, just getting rid of that bulk, blending that in slowly but surely, making it look nice and sharp, making Harvey look sharp, making him go out, get all them birds. You know how it is. Gotta make these kids look good these days. So as I'm here, I'm talking, I'm not really gonna shut up. I've decided I'm gonna talk over this whole video. Mute it. I'm giving you a chance to mute it, and I'm also giving you a chance, if you don't subscribe, please give me a subscribe, because I am here. But I want to ask you guys, where do you think the industry's going? I know it's kind of since I first started Instagram, and there wasn't many barbers on there. There was me, there was Alan Beak, there was Andrew Does Hair. And there was very, very few barbers when I first started, maybe 6-7 years ago, on like Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that. And then you got obviously 360, Chris Bossio, Blue Hair. You have some absolutely amazing barbers on YouTube. Richmond is one of them. What can you see? What can you see next? As in the fashion, where's the fashion going? Do you think the industry is oversaturated? Do you think it's running smoothly? Where do you guys see the industry going? I mean, I see it blooming, man. Like, I wanna get out. I want to get to the States. I want to do some like seminars in America. I want to do some more work abroad and stuff like that. 'Cause I love traveling. I love coming to see you guys. Like, I just got back from 2 weeks in Russia, which was absolutely mind blowing. That, like, I didn't know people in Russia knew me or knew who I was, but they went absolutely crazy for me, and it's like, it's so humbling. It's absolutely mental. So yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Everything's going well. I'm having a good year. I'm learning so much still. Every day I'm sitting there. If I'm not doing something, I'm on YouTube. I'm learning. I'm having fun. Like, the fact that I've got so many people on my Instagram and my YouTube who inspire me. I've sort of put so much time and effort into learning how to fade and learning the perfect fade, like from 360, from Chris Bossio, from people like that, watching Barbershop Connect and looking through magazines and seeing like step-by-step fade guides and stuff like that, because I'm still learning every day. Like, I never stop. You shouldn't. I think if you stop learning, then just go home. Like, if you think you finished, then just give it up, because you never ever stop learning. The one thing I'm trying to learn at the minute is blow drying. I love blow drying. It's like one of my favorite things. I think I could be a lot better at it. I see the likes of like Jared, follow Jared on Instagram, Alan Beak, Ryan Cullen, Mickey, Neil Toner, people like that. That's just like a handful of names off of the top of my head, and they're absolutely amazing. Their blow drying skills are ridiculous, on another level. And I look and I think, how the hell do you even, where do you start? How do you get such flow through the hair? It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm inspired every day, but that's what I'm practicing on at the minute, is more like my blow drying stuff, because that's where I think the industry's at. I think with barbering, it's a fusion right now between barbers and hairdressers. I come from a hairdressing background, where I started as a hairdresser, and started as a hairdresser for 5 years, and I just fell out of love with it. There was too much bitchiness in it. The irony of that now, because of barbering, is quite bad for it, but I fell out of love. I just wanted to go into barbering. I just wanted to cut men's hair. I wanted to talk about football, boxing, and stuff like that. Be a bit of a lad instead of talking about holidays and blow dries and perms and etc, etc. But I'm glad I did hairdressing because I brought over the fusion of softer styles, softer finishes, and now for me they're really, really in. They weren't when I first started, but now they're so in, and I'm glad I've held up, because the softer styles, the pompadours and stuff like that, where they have to be really, really soft, I'm glad I got that hairdressing fusion, because it's not so sharp and edging out and stuff like that. But that's just me. That's how I like it. So I want to know in the comments below as well, where are you guys all from? Like, I want to know, write in the comments down below, like, where you're from, how long you've been following me, what your favorite video is. I want to know all this because I want to start getting a highlight reel together, and I want to know what places follow me. So hopefully where you're from, I can come there and I can educate and I can teach you guys. Like, I want to start getting pinpoints on the map of, like, okay, there is 150 people in Mexico and they're all in quite a similar place. Like, okay, I'm going to go there and I'm going to do an educational class. Okay, there's people in Germany, there's people in America. Like, I want to start pinpointing places on the map where you guys are from, and then from there I want to go, okay, that's where I'm going to educate next, that's where I'm going to educate next. So in the comments down below, just go, hey, my name's this guy and I'm from this place, I work at this barbershop and I've been watching you for a long time. I love the fact that you do pumps, or I hate the fact that you do pumps. You're absolutely rubbish, Kieron the barber. I like a Richmond Perez, which yeah, nah, you should do that 100%. And if you could go onto a Richmond videos and comment, say, where the hell are you, that'd be great. He needs to get back on YouTube. So when blow drying, I've learned over probably the last year, I use a little bit too much sea salt spray. I was like, why are my haircuts so sticky? Why are they like horrible when I'm blow drying? People use sea salt spray, and I'm like, this stuff, when like Alan Beak does it or when Ryan Cullen does it, I'm like, oh my god, it looks amazing. It looks soft. I put my hands through it because I go to shows with them. I'm like, this is so soft. And I realised that I was just using a little bit too much. I got carried away. You can use too much product, which I've been finding out currently, like, less is more, and you don't always need to use a whole load of product. Sometimes less makes it a lot more effective. And a dry hairspray, they're really, really hard to find, because most hairsprays come out and give the hair shine, which you don't want. So I've been using the Got To Be Free spray, which I think on the market is the best hairspray on the market, the Got To Be Free spray. So yeah, I've been using that. And I brought a Dyson hairdryer about 6 months ago now. I'm getting along with it okay. I'll be really honest with you guys. If you want me to do a review, I'll do a whole review on the Dyson hairdryer. I'll give you a very quick review now. I think it's a bit like Yeezys, and it's a bit like that personally. I think, yeah, it's nice, but at the end of the day, it's still a hairdryer. It still dries your hair. So I think if you went and bought a £50 hairdryer from Sally's, or you went and bought a £300 Dyson, it's like if you went and bought a £60 pair of Nikes or a £60 pair of Vans, or you went and bought a £400 pair of Yeezys. At the end of the day, you're still walking them, they're still going to get dirty. But yeah, I think the only benefit for the Dyson hairdryer for me personally is that it's so quiet. I can still actually talk to my customers about raising my voice. I can do that because it is just so quiet. But other than that, it's just a hairdryer, and it looks a bit like a duck. So yeah, nah, it's I would rate it. I would get it if you're into cool things. Like, I have my Supreme clippers and stuff like that, so I am into cool stuff. and that's why I wanted it, because I was like, I want it because it's pretty cool. But if you just want a hairdryer and you're like, I'm getting this Dyson because it is gonna make my hair dry a lot faster, then I would just say stick to like a 60-70 pound hairdryer, because it dries just as fast, just as quick. Yeah, that's my only thing. I like the fact that the nozzle and the diffuser are magnetic, which is a plus and a con really, because it's really good when you blow dry them, but every now and again you can see how fast I sort of wiggle my arm. Sometimes it can just fly off because the magnet isn't that powerful. Hair powder. How many of you guys use hair powder? I love hair powder. Hair powder is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I use hair powder on absolutely everybody and everything. So yeah, hair powder is great. Definitely recommend hair powder. And a little bit of Mitch reformer, just through the ends, through the top, just to mold the hair together, to give it a kind of textured, messy look. Because as I say, we put so much texture in there when we were cutting it. Oh, that is a sick haircut. I'm good, ain't I? I'm alright. I'm at least like a 4 out of 10. I can give myself. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Click the subscribe button below. Comment again. Tell me where you're all from. Peace out. It's been great. Whee!